ASMR.
Do you want to just double check that the link on Patreon works?
Yeah. We live? Are we actually live?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my golly.
Oh my golly gee.
An error occurred. Please try again later.
I am the error.
I will not try again.
Do you see that Green Day made a new album
No.
and just released it today?
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Ah!
Aye. Oh, I got a commercial. Nice.
Why? They don't monetize my shit. Do I?
Hello, Lucifer.
If anyone's in here, do you wanna...
No one's in here. I think that one person is me.
There were 2 in here, and then that number disappeared.
This is going to be an hour of me chewing my apple.
Please?
Just... Actually, some people really hate that, so sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Some people, including me.
I'm just... But... Where? But that link does, in fact, work, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. As long as people know that we're live, that's all that matters.
We are alive.
We are live. With the sound of mucus.
The sound of mucus?
The sound of mucus.
The sound of mucus. Hello? Stop texting me.
I guess the
Mother,
font has
no.
changed, huh?
The what?
I'm just comparing iPhone boxes. Because that's like 11 years later. 12 years later.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello, who's in there?
Type some B's in the chat if you are alive.
Hello? Type some bumblebees in there if you're in the chat. This is going to be the next hour for you, Brandon.
Kill me.
I'm stuck like this now.
Kill me. Okay, well, I'm just gonna...
No, this is mine now. You can't sorry.
Okay. Hi. So, today we're editing photos. I know, shocking revelation. This photo, this photo, this photo, and this photo. This photo is sort of the preparation of a thumbnail. So you'll see my process in thumbnailing.
Wow. I'm sorry. Wow.
This photo was an Instagram post. I'll kind of walk you through how...
How to post on Instagram. How to post on Instagram.
Oh, Jake. This photo was shot on my iPhone on a very grainy, noisy wide-angle lens. There's some members of a cult in here, apparently. They're all in white. And then this was taken on my telephoto camera on my iPhone yesterday. Wow, it's windy.
Yeah, it's really windy.
It's a windy boy. Okay, so first things first, let's jump into this photo. This photo, I'm going to...
Can you please tell us who you are? Hello, please tell us who you are.
I'm Jackson Hayes.
Ah,
Oh,
hello.
we got a homie in here.
Welcome.
Saw, dude.
I'm just finishing my apple, so sorry that that's gonna wash out all the other noise.
Oh, God. Jacob. So
Greetings from Ukraine. Greetings
nice.
from the U.S. right now.
It's probably a lot warmer in the Ukraine right now.
Maybe. Why do you think that?
Well, is it
Do
not?
you know where Ukraine is?
Yeah.
It's fairly far north. It's on the sea, but it's fairly far north.
Yeah, but I thought the Ukraine was like warmer this summer. Am I wrong?
Ask him.
What's the weather like?
How's your weather?
Yeah.
Where in Ukraine are you? I'm Ukrainian. My grandfather was Ukrainian.
Grandpapa.
Mm-hmm. Actually, both sides.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. More you know. I'm gonna go into point curve, just to start this jaunt out. I feel like with thumbnails, erring on the more contrasty side is always the smarter move. Jesus, it's hard to focus.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that wind. It's really windy. You're saying with thumbnails it's better to err on what side?
On the contrast to your side.
Because it's teeny.
It's teeny, but also you want to make it noticeable, and
Yeah.
contrasty tends to make things more noticeable. Now, with this, I'm kind of going for like a sea foamy vibe. Weather is snow and cold. Oh shit! Well, fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done eating a loud apple.
A live apple?
The loud apple.
Oh, the loud apple.
I'm done eating the loud apple. Sorry. If that would be on headphones and it cleared your ears. Alright, get some work done.
So
Stop letting me distract you.
this is where we are so far. So with this, like, it's an exercise in figuring out what colors you want to kind of pull. I'm going for a more baby blue, sea foamy kind of vibe. This is in fact the midnight green iPhone, but I'm just gonna go for like the gray look. I don't really care.
I don't really care.
I don't give a fuck.
Because you like that blue and gray thing.
Yeah, you know.
You like that dark night.
I do.
See, because on contrast, I see the blue and I think about the green and I see like the gold edges, and like that's what I'd want to highlight.
So
Your like copper edges.
I am kind of bringing out those golder copper.
Hey, Jesus. It's funny. I don't know. Maybe you didn't hear me, but I was just doing a similar voice, a very appeasing voice that Brandon likes a lot. I was just doing that a bunch before you got it.
Hello. And then, you know, for the sake of actually, you know what? No, I'm a liar. We're gonna decrease clarity. Because when you go for clarity, you get too much texture. Whereas, you know, I think a thumbnail should look smooth and contrasty. So there's that. Let me add some artificial grain. So that's kind of where I am colors-wise. Kind of evens things out a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this camera portion. Camry. And then just clean up some edges. My hand is super not steady today. Wow, my hand is super not steady today.
How high is this phone sitting off the table? In a shot like this?
About 5 inches.
Okay,
4 inches,
that's what it looked like.
give or take.
Yeah, good, important information to share. Crucial,
Some would say.
secret information.
Um,
Can I read you a question while you do this?
yeah.
Okay. Your last video about iPhone 11 Pro is incredible. I watched it about
Thanks,
15
man.
times.
Oh shit. I don't think I watched it 15 times.
Yeah, thank you. And the mind-blowing scene is the animated iPhone. I know how it works.
That's not animated, homie.
So this hard work. What music was used in this moment?
I pick all of my music off of SoundBed, MusicBed, and Epidemic
Soundbed.
Sound.
Everybody starts to look for Soundbed. No website.
I
Yeah.
think that track was on MusicBed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the exact track, but
I guess we can probably find it.
yeah,
I don't know. It's sort of a blur when we pick the music.
I just kind of, you know what I do is like I use the MusicBed app on my phone. This isn't sponsored. This is just, and I tend to just like put it on my car and whatever like gets me going. Just like okay,
And then what I do when I'm picking music is I generally go into the genres and the moods, and you can like drop down a bunch of options, and I definitely always choose sexy.
yeah.
And sometimes it's sexy chill, sometimes it's sexy relaxing. Sometimes it's like, excuse me, I'm talking.
That's what it's called. Sorry.
What was it called?
Oh, it's called Warning by Heartbreak Kid.
Warning by Heartbreak Kid.
So, yeah, have fun with that. Anyway, sorry. Go
Warning
back to what
by
you were
Heartbreak
saying.
Yeah, I don't really have anything of value to say.
Oh.
I'm just saying stupid shit now. I usually I choose music the way that I mix sound, which is like not like I just try to like listen to elements of it and not think too much, because I feel like when you
I try not to think too much in general.
I feel like when you're picking something that's supposed to pair with something else, sort of commercially, not like for deep emotion, you know, it's like you don't want to think about it too much. You just want to choose something that feels right, and you want to like, what are you doing right now?
I'm trying to replace this speck of dust, but it's not working.
Where's your speck of dust?
I think I'll replace the dust in Pixelmator.
Replace the dust. Replace me in post.
But yeah, no, I think on also a big part of our process of selecting music is trying to figure out like what goes well with each other, and that's more a Jake thing because I'm not great at that. I'm good at visualizing what looks like what could look good with music visually. So that's sort of my thing. But
I'm a Sonic boy.
you know, I am Sonic.
I am Sonic. Gotta mix sound.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Wow. You guys ready for the new AJR music? What's AJR?
Well, AJR dropped, right?
What's AJR?
It's a band. It's one of my favorite bands.
What's it? Is it just called? Is it just
You
AJR?
know that song "Weak"? 'Cause I make a strong that.
You're not saying anything. do it better, and then maybe I'll know.
I'm trying not to get copyright striked.
Here? It's private.
No, this will
Doesn't
copyright
matter?
strike you. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's weird. I don't know this. No, I don't know this.
Oh, yeah, no. AJR, it's a good group.
Evidently, I'm not ready for the new AJR music.
They're a good time. I really enjoy their music. It's refreshing.
Mm-hmm. I would like to be refreshed.
I like refresh.
I have a thread on Twitter right now that I'm trying to just keep going, which is people suggesting sad music to me. Because
Okay. Let's talk about that, Jake.
I was thinking about how beautiful. Wow. Man, that would be a really cool color for an iPhone.
Right?
I was thinking about this. Do you remember those like videos of like those videos of like puppies, like, or like dogs like howling when they hear like like powerful music, or like babies like crying, like infants like
Yeah.
don't understand emotion, just like boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
That's me. And that's like that was the post. It was just like basically all the time. That's me. Like 100% of the time.
That's
I am
funny as
just
shit.
tapped into that. And like if I hear music that's really like intense or emotional, I'm always like so it was a call to action to send me emotional stuff.
Send
Just pretty good.
emotional memes.
So send me emotional music. Go on Twitter and hit me up with some of your most
You'll cry if you don't.
weird. I'll cry if you don't, cry if you do.
Either way, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win because my eyes will eject.
I'm not finishing that.
Okay, I'll listen to the song named "I'm Ready." Got a question? Which
Yep.
is, how'd you learn your filmmaking?
Practice.
From any courses or just self?
No. I just spent time failing
Yeah.
and
Now, being
yeah.
like something that I've noticed a lot, like in the world of being able to make art like online or in tandem with other people online, is like my story is one of like a lot of my collaborators are people that I just fucking reached out to online and then became close with and learned a lot from. Did you like experience anything like that?
Well, I mean, the online tech community has been very welcoming.
Yeah. Or like online tech cinematographer community, you think?
Just tech community in general. Like, I'd say I don't think there's a single tech reviewer out there that I haven't had like a good relationship with. Everyone is incredibly nice in the tech community, with the exception of maybe 2 people. But they're all really solid individuals, and they're all super welcoming. And if you have questions, they'll try and respond to the best they can. And you know, like I started making tech reviews back when it was less saturated. Because like 4 years ago, there was considerably less tech reviewers on the internet, and like I don't think that there was a single tech reviewer out there that had more than 5 million subscribers, and now we have 3 that are above 10. Like that's crazy.
Who's the third?
Linus Tech Tips,
No, I know that one.
Marquez, and Unbox Therapy. Actually, Unbox Therapy is like post 15.
Wow.
He's growing exponentially.
Wow.
But you know, everyone has been so fucking dope and so nice. You know, I think that there's, of course, a toxic end to everything. And I think that's a thing that you realize once you get more successful in your craft on social media, because then people are like, oh, well, I gave you these tips and tricks. I'm responsible for your growth, so you owe me something now. And it's like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's sort of the quickish answer.
Yeah. Well, the quick version of the long answer is that you, like me, like came into filmmaking and script writing and reviewing with like a shit ton of adjacent expertise, right? You know, like, experience in theater, experience in graphic design, experience like, so like, I know we're both like proponents. We've said this before in other streams and on other pre-recorded videos, but like we're both serious proponents for like becoming jack of all trades, like doing everything. So
no, don't
like,
put all your eggs in one basket.
How do you learn how to do stuff? Like take courses if you want, and like ask people how to do it. Like doing things like this is great. You know, I hope that this is really useful for you. And you can ask us whatever you want. If you're not, this is like I plug this way too much. If you're not on the Discord, get on the Discord. Because like literally you're tapped into both of us and can
Yep.
ask us questions whenever and can start conversations with other creators. And like our dream is that that'll be a space for people to be answering questions for each other, you know.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I'm not gonna like talk about that too much, but
No, that's real. But yeah, no, that's kind of the short story,
that's the long short answer.
the long short answer.
So a couple more. We got how old are you?
Can't tell you that.
You can figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, you can figure out if you really want to, but I'm not gonna tell you.
That's the hill Brandon will die on for some
Yeah,
reason.
no,
It's the K.
it's
Brandon's K.
it's my K. It's my fucking K.
Brandon's K is a number.
Or what if it isn't?
I have a nosebleed now. What do you think about Mac Pro?
It's cool. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have one waiting for me at the office.
Isn't this a Mac Pro? Oh no, this
This is an iMac Pro.
iMac Pro.
Listen. I, of course, could get great use out of it, but I'd much rather put that money towards more film gear than computer power, because like I can survive with my iMac Pro and all that jazz.
Brandon, are you saying that you're not interested in the newest best tech?
Yes. I think I'm also just like I'm not a I don't know, like I'm not really that much of a like sit down editor kind of thing. I'm more an on the go kind of person. Which I think is more so like why just like I don't care really. Like I like my iMac Pro, I like editing on my iMac Pro, but like I spend a lot of time on the road editing.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna review a Mac Pro? Is the question.
Probably not.
Yeah,
But
because you'd have to borrow it.
I might review an XDR display though, because I've been thinking about getting an XDR display.
I don't know what this means.
It's the display that goes along with the Mac Pro
Oh.
that they're selling. Is
it owned by Mac?
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and it would basically allow me to start editing and uploading HDR, which would be something I'd be interested in. But it's also a great display because you can literally flip that shit to portrait, which is great as a photographer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because
Wow.
and like the OS makes it like super easy. Like software just recalibrates and just rescales everything perfectly. It's
awesome.
Yeah, I feel like few people talk about that. Like that is such a great upgrade.
Okay. Now for a shift in mood.
Okay.
Question. So I think we can both take a shot at this one.
Okay.
It might take a while from both of us.
Okay.
What is something that helps you be at ease in stressful situations? Currently going through a rough patch. Just curious. You wanna take a
Drugs.
crack at
Uh,
This is sensitive. Take a real crack at this.
No. I think the funny thing about that is like I am in that kind of headspace a lot as a creator and as like and as someone that I sort of live in my head a lot more than I think I'm proud of. And it's like that shit can be really rough, but like I think like I've learned in the past couple of years, specifically this year, that it helps a lot to just be open and honest about it with someone or anyone,
And or a lot of people. Yeah.
and or a lot if you can.
Yeah, if you have the chance to do that.
Because keeping it to yourself is just about the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Because it festers.
Yeah.
It really festers. And I think, the other thing for me too is like, I'm such a I don't know, like I overthink everything to a really unhealthy point. To the point where, you know, like I consider myself a very paranoid person. And you know, it's important to be able to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we are human. We are, you know, we make mistakes. We have bad decision making skills. That's sometimes.
Yeah, and to interject too, like, because I'll take a crack at this in a moment, but just to interject, like, the first and most important thing is to know and to really internalize it, like, not to lessen your experience at all, but like to know that you're not alone in stress, you know, and in difficulties. Like, we literally were having this conversation just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's also important too that you say what's on your mind, because like even the act of just saying it out loud and seeing how it feels is so important.
Yeah.
I also just, like, I don't know, like, I think the internet is also a really dangerous thing at times.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I don't know, you can absolutely get trapped into, you know, the perception that people have shit figured out, whereas in reality nobody has anything figured out.
Yeah, no one has anything figured out.
And it's like social media has sort of helped develop that concept that, you know, there are people out there that have shit nailed down because their lifestyle looks, you know, extravagant and, you know, that type of thing. And it's like, you may not think that it has an effect on you, but it does.
Yeah.
Like, it really does.
I think I talked about this once before on the live stream, but I had a professor once, a photography professor, film photography professor, who actually I used that camera, the AE1 in that class.
Oh, right.
But he had this line that was really great, and it's so simple and so true and important for art, but also like true for this conversation, which is, he said that photography is the art of exclusion. And I think about that a lot even now, like, it's been years and years, but like, the internet is the art of exclusion. Like, the way that we tell our story to each other on the internet is so restricted that it makes us all seem like we're doing something right, and nobody's doing anything right.
Yeah.
And that's not, like, that's the great equalizer.
Yeah.
You know? The great equalizer is that we all fuck up and then we all fucking die.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like,
yeah.
And that, like, you know, don't take that as a negative thing. Like, it's just, that's like kind of a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right. Nice to see you. It was nice to have you. Sorry you can't stay the whole time, but yeah, I think that I think, like, what you said about the internet is important, and something that I've noticed a lot in the last year or 2 years, more than ever in my life, is that I, behind my own back, have found distractions to be really useful. I didn't ever used to be that person. Like, I feel like I used to be the person where if I was met with something stressful, I would just meet it head on. And I think I got tired, you know, because it's tiring.
Yeah.
And so I started using distractions like the internet, or like in taking podcasts or listening to music in ways that, like, I always convince myself, like, oh, I'm still being productive, or I'm still doing something, or I'm still moving forward.
Yeah.
But, like, moving forward, you know, in a capitalist society, or like even as a maker, is not the same as moving forward by actually giving yourself care. And, like, that's something in a society like this that we really are not taught. And so, like, I think the first step, I'd say the first 2 steps right now that I have in my toolbox for how to work through or be in stressful situations is, 1, tell yourself, maybe even out loud, like in a private room, it's fine. I literally did this the other day. I was walking and I just said out loud, this is really fucking hard. And I just said it. and it acknowledged it, and I felt better. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. Like, there's nothing more that needs to be said. Like, just acknowledging that is such a breakthrough ability, I think.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And the other thing is to, like, don't distract yourself. I know that seems like really tough when you're really stressed out or you're feeling like overwhelmed or like frazzled, you know? But like look at your situation head on and look at yourself and find any semblance of energy. Even if you can't give energy to anything else, find energy to give the person that you're looking at in the mirror compassion. And that's also,
I can agree with that.
It's really hard, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm, you know, you can't know Brandon's age, but I'm 27 and it's taken me my entire fucking life to figure out how to be compassionate toward myself. Like, I can do it for other people. I can be loving and caring, and I'm like a really giving person. And like actually turning that toward myself is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And doing it and beginning to do it, it's going to be a lifetime it's going to be a lifetime challenge, you know? Like, I'm never going to be able to master. I'm never going to get in front of that. Because there's always going to be a part of my brain that's going to find like, you know, a hole in the armor, you know? But I'm always, I basically have like a lifetime worth of adventure of figuring out how to give myself compassion. So that's like the long answer, and I could even answer it for longer if you wanted.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's
such a, I don't know, like, and I think, you know, it's important to be said that no two success stories can match up for that individual like, it's, you know, I think it's such a difficult thing to deal with mental health.
People like to say, like, I was just looking on the internet the other day.
That's your first problem.
I was just looking on the internet and somebody wrote something about like it was like an artist, and they were like making a piece of art that I think either the piece of art itself said, or there was a caption that said like, it was like edgy art, and it was like basically like we all die alone. And I like,
it's like, whoa.
And like that's like a thing people like to say, like, you know, basically like, again, like a parallel way of saying like what I said, like the Great Equalizer. But I disagree with that, you know.
Well, I think it's
there was I talked to you about this. I did sound for this piece of theater called the Laramie Project, which is this really devastating and super intense piece, basically like a biopic, like piece of theater, because I told you a little bit about that, right?
Yeah.
And it was there was this young man who had been murdered in the middle of the country. I should know where it was. It was in Laramie. I can't remember what state. But in '98, and it's just really harrowing and super intense. And there's just this incredibly important, beautiful moment at the end that like is a real account. His whole thing is like real accounts. And there's this moment where the father of the man who was murdered, this young man who was murdered, is addressing the court and addressing one of the killers, and he basically is saying like we're not against the death penalty, like we actually, like, I would love to see you fry, this young guy, but he says like basically like we have to be better, and you have to like know that we chose to give you compassion and we chose to give you life. But the way he tells this story, he's talking about his son, and I think they if this is too intense, I'm sorry. These two guys like beat this guy up, tied him to a fence, and left him. And he was there for 18 hours, and then somebody found him, and then he was comatose and ended up in a hospital and died a couple days later. But the way that the father narrates it is something that's, as much as it's so horrible, there's something so incredibly beautiful about the way he narrates it, because he says, you know, in his speech to the court, he says, you know, basically people want to say that like my son was alone on these moments, but he wasn't alone. He had his lifelong friends. He had the night sky, and he had the wind, and he had the scent of the pines, and he had, daybreak, and he had God, and it's like whether or not you, that's like the God, whether or not you believe in God or whether or not you believe in that, like the fact that like that's true, you don't die alone, like you don't live alone. It's so easy to think that we do. We have these like little houses that we fabricate and these little lives that we like coordinate ourselves off from each other, but like, man, couldn't be further from the truth. Like,
I agree with that.
humans want to know each other, and we want to hear each other, and we want to be with each other, and like, so I don't know. I'm like, that's so totally like a rant and a tirade I'm going on off of the question, but I'm super glad that you reached out to us. Like,
Yeah.
that's
That's
really
legit.
appreciate that. That's honestly like the most important thing you could do.
Yeah.
If that feels good to do, if that felt good to do, like keep riding on that and keep reaching out to people, because it's like literally the act of reaching out is what's gonna heal that. So
Yeah.
that's I'm putting a period on that sentence because I talked for a while, but
Jumping back into photo editing.
yeah, you've done a really good job of like actually going while I've
My brain apparently can do two things at once.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
pretty good.
But this photo, I'm done with this. This is where we were.
Yep.
Or this is where we started. Or no, this is where we started.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we ended up.
Oh yeah.
So you can see we just made it a lot brighter. We made the subject a lot more punchy. Added some false light to the right side, and we decreased light on the left side. We kind of pumped blues. Basically emphasized the gold a little bit on those cameras.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of where we ended up. I think the only thing that I kind of maybe want to do now, just jumping back into things. Oops. Hello. Just make it a bit bluer. Or you just make it Tiffany.
Yeah, it's like a warm blue now.
Yeah, almost like peeking towards a purple.
Yeah, periwinkle.
Periwinkle. But yeah, no, that's where we went with it. And that's kind of how I do my thumbnails. Like, I just kind of play with color, shape, light, until the subject is really the thing that's focused on the most. I also sort of emphasized the cameras a bit more. I went in, shaped out the cameras, and I made the whole entire bulge brighter, and then I made the individual lenses pop more.
Zoom it out. I want to see what it looks like tiny. Give me that thumbnail.
So, teeny tiny. Can I do that in the mobile version of... You know what? This is going to be...
Phil? No. Oh, nice.
This is going to be my...
Does it not go smaller? Wow.
Yeah, but like you can
Yeah.
definitely tell that's a focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where that is. That's where we are. And then with this photo, I edited this too. With this photo, I wanted to just basically bring those skin tones to a more neutral position. And then with the final version of this photo, hey, good shit. So that's where it was. That's where we got it to. But with this, it was important for me to sort of showcase the wallpaper in as natural a way as possible, to as close as it is to the actual photo. So I went in post and I superimposed the actual photo onto the screen.
Oh, you sly devil.
That way it's the exact colors, the exact look. And that was my final Instagram post. And with that, I just used Transform and Warp tool to sort of...
spell
There's F and W,
that?
and then a U and an O. What time is it? Okay, so I think we can get through one more.
Yeah,
photo.
let's do the potato.
Yeah, so this is very noisy, very very grainy.
Let's see those. Let's see that cult.
Oh yes.
Where are you?
Cult in the background.
Oh.
Cult group. So as you can tell, it is a noisy mess.
Mm.
Now we're not going to be able to fix that because
Just paint over it.
we're not God. But
Have you ever seen the video of that like very small man in Long Island? Like he's like in a shop. It's like a bagel shop, and he's like, the video starts and it's like already like mid incident, and he's like screaming at people.
oh yeah,
And he, like, screams at this big guy. He's like, "You're not my father. You're not my boss. You're not God." And then he like tells the guy he should fight him, and the like 8-foot tall man just like socks him.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
funny.
it's so wonderful. I'm not an advocate for violence, but it's pretty amazing to just watch one dude like pile drive another guy.
Yeah, yeah. So I think I helped it a bit. It now just looks sharper and more refined noise. So
Maybe you can make.
that's where it was.
Maybe you make
And that's
hazy.
where we got it to.
Maybe you make very hazy.
So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think let's put in this 4x5 real quick. Let's also straighten this out. It's always a process of figuring out what exactly is center. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we are going to look at my presets.
Oh, that's actually very lovely.
I like that.
You always like that color scheme.
Oh god, that's so good. The red and the blue.
Yeah.
It's so good. But we're not going to use my presets. I'm just shamelessly pushing them.
You are like edging the community.
I am edging you guys,
Do you
and
like
I'm
this,
okay with
these
that.
presets? You'll never have them.
These are mine. So I'm just gonna do this, and then I think we're gonna play with point curve in our natural way of doing things.
Oh, there's another person up there.
Yes.
Oh, what are they doing? They're in the middle of doing something weird, aren't they?
Picking the nose.
Wait, look at that. What is that in front of the door?
Oh, that's the guardrail.
Oh, it looked like they were like. It looked mid-action.
Oh no.
No, you idiot.
No, you psychopath.
What room is this?
It's the audience.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like.
Because that's from the stage. All the
Right. It
stage
just
right
looked
now.
like a different. It looked like a different theater space for some reason.
No.
Theater.
Theater.
theater space.
A different theater.
What the theater space isn't?
Okay, so it's our original, and then that's where we are now. I think I'm gonna attempt to bring these reds up.
Luminance.
Brighter white.
like how almost like I like how dappled the ceiling looks there. It's almost like it feels like skin, like it has a texture.
Yeah. Well,
Very
it's eggshelled.
You're eggshell.
I mean, I am. It's true.
You were eggshelled at one point, and then you became your egg shell. Your shell became you.
I am Michelle. I'm Michelle.
Okay. I don't really have a follow-up. Okay, Michelle.
Yeah.
Just print out t-shirts that say, I'm Michelle. I was thinking earlier we could print out t-shirts that say, my K is a letter, or is a number.
Oh.
My K is a number.
Zazzy. One day you people will figure out what the fuck we're talking about, and then we'll feel embarrassed. The name of the game is always like trying to figure out what looks overdone and what looks just about right. It is.
Russell less. Trip. I just trip and die on you. Oops. Cease rustling.
Russell Brand.
I'm back here with the Nerf gun. Russell.
Rusali.
Our office is a 1 degree grade this way, so if I go like this, eventually, actually that's probably too even. If I go like this, eventually, like I'll either start sliding backwards or I'll start turning. Of course, it's not gonna actually happen right now. Cool, yeah. That's cool. Nice.
You just got
Fun.
You just got fucked up, man.
I got shown up by gravity. Oh, now I
I'm
go.
sitting here crying in my prom dress.
What is this?
Do you not know that song?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm sitting here crying in my prom dress.
Mm-mm. Are you
Really?
trying to not get hit again?
Maybe.
I'm trying to sell a couple things on Craigslist.
No.
And,
Can I buy them?
Yeah, you can if you want. I
Promise.
got the same ad from, or the same just a copy paste for 2 different things that just says like, I've seen your ad. Are you the first owner and is it your final price? I don't check the email on Craigslist, so text me. But then the text is an email. So I'm like, the Craigslist email goes to your email.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I've had a lot of those. Like I've had good success selling things on Craigslist before, and but like you have to sift through people who will be like, I'm moving today and will buy it from you. I'll have my movers come and take the thing from you, and then I will like money lend you in a week from now. And it's like, no, I'm good, thanks. And also your price is too much. So how about 1/4 of your price?
How about go fuck yourself?
I'll have a random person come to your house and take your item for free. How about no?
I'm doing something that I don't know if it's gonna actually be a good move.
Mm. Send me sad music.
Send me dank memes.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow. Yeah, I can't tell if this is going to be a smart move or not.
Big This is gonna be hard to run in. There's apparently downed trees on my block.
Oh, shit. So enjoy the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I wonder what the temperature is out there. It's cold in here, as usual.
Dude, it's fucking freezing. I don't know. Does that look real?
Yeah, it actually
Am I
looks.
being stupid?
It looks realer than it looked before.
You know what? This is the most bullshit answer.
I don't know. Who cares if it looks real?
Duplicate.
Whatever. I'm not a man of realness. I would squash that a little bit. The one on the edge. Squash me. Squash me, daddy. Squash me. I like the little, the seat light, like next to seat lights, the aisle lights. They look like cafe lights. It's a very good look. Man, how cool would that be if you had a house that, like, at the edge of every wall you just had little lights like that, so that in the night, like, if you went to pee, and I kind of just like walk to the bathroom in pitch black, but I feel like it would be super cool if you just had little teeny lights everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. Does that look real?
Yeah, I think it does. Look at that one.
I guess. I don't know.
I think it looks pretty good.
Does it? Does it?
Has a temper tantrum.
I can't tell.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It could go either way.
fixing it in post doesn't mean we have to make a finished product. It just means
We're just
play around.
fixing it.
Something in post.
And you know what? With the remaining 3 minutes, I think we're just gonna go through my presets.
Preset. Oh, that one's kind of cool. Oh, that one's kind of cool.
Wow, they're all so cool. You should buy my presets.
Where do we do that, Brandon? You can't. Your eyes turn red. We want to. We'll give you blood. We'll give you our blood. Give me your blood.
That's what I wanted.
Send me your blood. P.O. Box 91836. Send us your blood. Don't send blood to that P.O. box. It's not ours. Or maybe. Please don't send blood anywhere.
Please. Oh my god.
We don't condone you sending blood.
Oh god. There is literally small things floating around my eyes right now from laughing so much.
Small.
Oh, holy fuck. We do not condone these things, but we also don't discourage it.
Our stance is neutral on the blood sending. Oh my god. That's also a t-shirt.
We just get kicked out.
They closed down your YouTube. Interesting.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. Wow, that looks so cool. You should use my presets.
This was shot with your iPhone?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
This is like on Market.
Yep. It's the no, it's on Broad. It's the Bellevue.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I realized there were like uplights there.
Yeah. All along Broad Street, there's
Yeah.
uplights.
You know the area on Market, like around 8th Market? There's like a bunch of there's like a bunch of buildings with like way too bright uplights now.
Probably. Perfect. Oh, that's actually with those
Actually,
lights.
it's really lovely, yeah. It's hard though because it has. Was this shot at night? I guess it was.
No.
No.
This was shot broad daylight.
Why are there so many lights in those windows?
Why not? You know, killing the environment.
Broad daylight. Broad Street daylight.
Broad Street daylight. God, the color banding. This is purely for science.
I love bending.
Purely for science. Do not do this at home. Ooh. I mean, that's kind of cool, though. Like, it is cool. You have to give me that.
I give it to you.
Thanks. Perfect. That's great. It's awesome.
Thanks for the music. I don't know if you're still in the stream, but I got music sent to me.
Nice.
I hope it's sad.
It's just
me
nudes.
fucking cry. It's nudes. Everything is music if you think about it.
Everything can be nudes if you think about it, too.
We're always nude underneath our clothes. You know what my sister likes to say at times of tension? She likes to say, she likes to remind me that my bones are always wet.
Sophie! No! Oh!
Your bones are always wet.
Fucking no!
So it's past 2 o'clock now.
Oh.
We have too much fun.
Well, that's it for me.
Alright.
I'm fucking yeeting myself from
You
this
just
goddamn building.
fly into the sky.
You know what's funny is the more I play with this, the more I like it.
Mm-hmm. Jesus says the last edit made the photo look good. He says great. I say good.
Thanks, man. I mean, I don't know. It's a look. Like, the fact that I could make this look like this from
Wow, yeah.
that photo, like, that's the power of smartphones these days. Like, that's crazy.
It's definitely interesting because, like, the original photo, they're like bright LEDs,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like very unnatural LEDs, and then you bring it to a place where it's not so much that they're lighting the area as they're shadowing the area, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. I think the thing that I would like to do, though,
Hello.
Oh God. Oh, death.
Maybe goodbye forever. Oh. Wow. Can you hear our windows? It's like it's windy out there. Beautiful.
I'm like trying to figure out how to isolate that blue from the rest of the building because the blue is saturated, is bright.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. In Photoshop, I could probably make that happen, but
Make it happen.
right now I just feel like crying. Okay, that's our story.
That's a
for
day.
Today.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this masterful experience.
Yeah, we laughed, we cried, we gave
laughed,
blood.
We cried. We gave give me your blood. But yeah, no. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks
Mm-hmm. Or sooner in a video.
or sooner in a video.
Bye.
Bye, homies.
See you around.
Catch you on the flip side.
Feel good. Love yourself.
Exactly. Bye.